Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Since so many of you liked the last video I made about Korean apps, I decided to make another one, so I hope it's helpful. These are apps for an iPhone and some of them are free, some of them are paid for, but let me tell you all about it so you can choose which is best for you. These are the apps. I will also list the name in the description. So the first app we are going to use is called Learn Korean, and it has this sort of simple layout. It's very useful for when you're traveling. This is mostly a vocabulary app, so if you're looking for grammar, this probably isn't for you. But for a beginner and someone who's visiting Korea without much knowledge, this is perfect. So you pick the words and they pronounce it. There are also a few phrases as well. And then after each chapter, you can take a mini quiz to test your skills to see if you remember. Moving on, we are going to try out Lingodeer. And Lingodeer is an app I used a long time ago. It's really great, and I really like how they have it separated by levels. Although I think the levels are a little off because B1 is definitely not fluent. Anyways, each lesson there are different activities such as listening and matching games. I really like the graphics of this app. It's very fun and interactive to use. It includes matching, listening, skills, translation, sort of the basic things that you would want in a language learning app. But the best part about this app are the learning tips, where it goes super in-depth about everything you just learned. So instead of just memorizing some random words, you get to break it down and really figure out what they mean. And then after you've done a lesson or two, you can take a quiz and test your skills. They also have a hangul lesson, so if you're not comfortable with the Korean writing, they have that for you. But if you didn't know, I have my own hangul worksheet, which I think is better, but maybe I'm a little biased. So go on over to koreanwithcali.com and get the Korean hangul workbook. There are matching, writing, crossword puzzles, little games, whatever. And if you feel like it, you can also get the language learning habit tracker. I got you. You need to keep track of your studies and see where you're improving, So enough self-promotion. Let's continue with the other apps, okay? The next app is called HANglow, which is basically a really fun K-pop learning app, I guess. I don't know. So you go through a huge list of songs. They have really new ones to really old ones, depending on what you prefer. And once you pick the song, it will play like normal, the video, but under it you will get the subtitles in Korean, English, and Romanization. Of course, I had to pick Blackpink. I mean, who else would I pick? Anyways, so you listen through the song thoroughly. You're having a good time, jam into the song, learning new words. And then they break down the important words and tell you the definition of them, like what they mean. And then after you do that, you will take a test or a quiz to make sure you remember what you learned. And this is just a really fun way to get closer with your idols and learn new words while listening to K-pop. I mean, it's literally a win-win. Okay, the next app is Korean Teacher. This one I wasn't gonna include because it's a really basic app. It's really simple, but for those of you who want more vocabulary help, this is the app for you. It is free, and basically this is it. You go through some words, pick the right one, and keep going. The graphics are cute. You can also practice your hangul as well. If you're not comfortable with that, this is also a good practice for you. They also have a few phrases, which I guess is useful, especially if you plan on visiting and you don't want to learn too much. These phrases are perfect for you. Moving on to the next app, we have Learn Korean, and this is just like an app just to learn hangul. So if you have already mastered it, you don't need to use this, but basically it's just a bunch of flashcards. You go through it. Do you know the letter? Do you not know the letter? and then after that you will take sort of a test, a quiz, to test your skills, and you just keep doing that until you're comfortable with it. And I really recommend this because if you ever do go to Korea, they don't have romanization anywhere, so it's best to get comfortable with their form of writing. The next app we have is called Ling, and they have a bunch of other languages, but we're going to use Korean for today. So first you listen to the dialogue.
고마워요. 잘 가요.
나중에 봐요.
잘해요.
They also have the English translation for you. You could go through it, and then you learn some new vocab words, play some games, make some sentences from what you learned. This is not a free app, I should mention. The next app is called HANglow, and you basically learn something new each day. So make a goal to learn a few words of Korean each day, and they will send you a notification to your phone to learn a few words each day. So you can set how many you want to learn. I prefer keeping mine on the lower side, like maybe 3 or 4. And then when you get the notification, you will get new words each day, and you're able to practice and learn something new every day. Okay, we're not done yet. We've got one more app to talk about, and that app is called Innovative. I think Innovative has a YouTube channel as well, so you can check that out. But each lesson, they have an audio track that you listen to. So it's good for on the go, and basically it's sort of a dialogue. So then you can review it, check out the vocabulary for that lesson. You can go through the line-by-line audio. You can also see the English and the romanization translation if you need it. And then you can review everything, and it goes in depth, sort of similar to Lingodeer, except this is less fun in my opinion. But if this will help you, give it a try. And yeah, I think it's a pretty good app. Like a lot of the other apps, they have a test, so you can quiz your skills for that lesson. The format of this app is really simple, so it's a great one to use on the go. And that is all I have for you today. If you would like an Android version, let me know, because these apps are for Apple, and I'm not sure if they have an Android one. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.